One of the biggest blind spots for firm leaders is treating divorce like a planning problem first.
Because when the client is flooded and the team responds with analysis first, even good advice can miss the moment.
And that's really what advising humans is about, the human side of advice, especially in moments where a financial conversation is carrying something much heavier underneath it.
In these mini episodes, we try to pull out one useful idea advisors and firm leaders can put to work right away.
And in this one, it's pretty simple. Divorce usually doesn't go wrong because the analysis is bad first. It goes wrong because the meeting moves too fast and the client is too overwhelmed to use the advice well.
Right, because divorce isn't a math problem first. It's a human transition, and the financial side sits inside that. The client may be trying to function inside grief, fear, anger, uncertainty, shame, relief, and practical chaos, all while making decisions that could shape the next decade of their life.
So the issue isn't that the advice is wrong, it's that the client may not be in a place to really take it in yet.
That's it. And when firms miss that, they keep pushing the meeting forward with more analysis when what the client may need first is steadiness, clarity, and a way to lower the pressure.
That really matters, because this industry has spent a long time treating value like answer, speed, and thoroughness.
All at once. And they're being asked to make decisions that could shape the next decade of their life. So if you miss that human layer, even good advice can land badly.
Yeah, it's not that the advice is wrong, it's that the client may not be in a place to actually use it well yet.
Right. Advisors often move way too fast into solutions while the client is still emotionally flooded and cognitively overloaded. So now you're giving all this helpful information to someone whose nervous system is still in fight or flight. Sometimes that just adds pressure instead of easing it.
And that changes what value really looks like in a moment like this.
It does. Because in divorce, value often starts somewhere else. It starts with steadiness, pacing, sequencing, helping the client feel less alone, less flooded, and more oriented before trying to solve everything.
Okay, so what does that actually look like in a real meeting?
Well, it looks like structure, a simple now, next, later approach. What actually has to happen now, and what's just a reaction? Letting the client leave with one clear next step instead of 10 spinning decisions.
So one clear next step?
Yes, structure isn't rigidity here. It's what makes the meeting feel manageable again.
Yeah, that's good. Because structure can sound cold if people don't know what you mean by it.
It can. But here, structure helps lower the pressure. It calms the meeting down. It helps the client breathe again. It gives things an order they can actually follow.
So instead of trying to finish the whole divorce in one conversation, the advisor is saying, let's protect the basics first. Then we'll map what comes next.
Yes, stabilize first. Simplify, put things in order, then get into trade-offs later when the client is steadier. That makes a lot more sense than assuming clarity shows up just because the spreadsheet is accurate.
And I think that's the line that leaders and advisors really need to hear. Accuracy is not the same thing as usability.
Yes, because the real value in a moment like this is not just having the right answer. It's helping the client get to a place where they can actually use the answer well.
And that's probably the shift. Firms that understand this stop treating the human side like something extra.
They do. They start seeing it as central to trust, better decisions, and the way clients actually experience the relationship. And that's what makes the difference in moments like divorce. Not more complexity, more steadiness, more clarity, better sequence.
So maybe the real takeaway is this. Divorce doesn't break the advisory model because the math is hard. It breaks the model when the only thing the model knows how to do is math.
Right, and what replaces that is not therapy. It's better guidance, better pacing, better questions, better structure. The human side is not extra. It's the doorway to advice that actually lands.
If this conversation made you think differently about what a client may really need when divorce first enters the room, share it with another advisor or leader who cares about creating calmer, steadier conversations when trust is most at stake.
And if you want the full meeting flow, the exact questions, and the practical tools that help advisors slow the moment down and guide it well, check out the Divorce Transition Playbook Suite for advisors.
Because that's really what this show's about, helping advisors bring more clarity and more care to the moments that shape trust most.
Thanks for listening to Advising Humans.
We'll see you next time.